Hello, we're Wasim Kazali,
and Kirtan Patel.
and this is our final project demonstration video for the Tower of the Solemn. In this video, we're going to walk through the main gameplay systems we built, the story, the mechanics, and the overall structure of the project.
Our game was made in Unreal Engine 5.5 and we used Audacity for editing and recording voice lines. Our inspirations came from games and stories with trials and escalating challenges. Things like Tower of God, Kingdom Hearts, and classic parkour games. We wanted to create a game where each floor tests something different, not just combat, but agility, perception, and awareness. Our game represents the first two floors of a much larger tower.
The player spawns into an unknown world and meets a mysterious man who explains the rules of the tower. Floor 0 is all about physical skill, while Floor 1 tests the player's mind. Across these floors, we combine parkour, puzzles, dialogue cutscenes, combat, and a final boss fight.
We incorporated cutscenes with voiceovers into our games to enhance and bring more life to the story. For example, the first cutscene introduced the player to the environment. The mysterious man explains that the tower is a divine trial and the player must conquer the first floor to earn the rights to continue. We built a cutscene system with timed dialogue, character animation, and controlled camera angle to give the cutscene more weight.
Floor 0 itself is a physical test. It's all about parkour, with moving platforms and leaping from one floating boulder to the next. It's a straight path over the void. It looks simple, but it's easy to fail if the player rushes. In this portion of the game, we made gameplay mechanics simple. The player is able to move, jump, and look around their environment. Our game is only playable with keyboard and mouse.
Once the player proves themselves, Tower Administrators grants the player the ability to sprint. From there, the player makes their way into Floor 1, where things get more intense.
Here the player meets another entity named Isis. She explains the challenges and mysteries of Floor 1. After the player overcomes a portion of Floor 1, she bestows the player with a weapon, foreshadowing the fights ahead.
Floor 1 contains 4 main sections. First is more dangerous parkour area with deadly acidic water. Second is a maze designed with repeating patterns to create confusions. But be careful with your choices. The third one contains murderous traps designed to fool and stop the player's advancement.
The final area contains combat. We added basic skeleton enemies so the player can polish their movement, dodging, and timing of attacks. Enemies will drop potions that the player can use to heal themselves. After that, the player faces the boss on the floor. This boss has more health, deals more damage, and has various attack patterns that force the player to think carefully. It's the final challenge of Floor 1.
We implemented server systems to make our game as close to our vision as possible.
We used Unreal's inbuilt cinematics to create our cutscenes.
For the enemy AI, we have built behavior trees for chasing, attacking, and responding to the player. The boss AI logic has its own custom code for its attack pattern.
The platform and collision system included code for checkpoints, moving platforms, and death resets. We're using StreamPixel to host our game because the full game is around 3.4 gigabytes, which is way too large to run directly in a browser. Unfortunately, we had to pay about $120 to use their servers, but StreamPixel lets us stream the game to players, similar to cloud gaming, so no download is needed. This system lets us showcase the full quality version of our game without compressing or removing features. There are 2 limitations. The server only supports 2 active players at a time. If both spots are taken, new players are automatically placed in a queue. The screen will show a message like your queue number X, and you'll enter the game as soon as the slot opens. And the second limitation is that there might be input lag depending on the user's network, server lag, or some other inline issues with streaming the game. The game itself runs smoothly when downloaded on a basic Windows computer, but has varying performances when streamed.
For this project, we wanted to build a small but polished piece of a much larger world. Floor 0 and 1 are our way of showing what the rest of the tower could feel like. Making this taught us a lot of things, like level design, enemy AI, scripting, handling multi scenes, pretty much everything that goes into putting a full game together. You can download the full game for Windows from the YouTube description.